Echo Studios.
This is Ali Naimal with Newbie Collections, and we have a show today called Newbie Ultimate Runway, which is our annual event that we do every year. So we started this in 2019 and now we're in 2023. So I believe this is our 5th year of doing a full showcase runway event. With the event, we decided to use it to tell our African heritage, African history, and whatever that is main attraction from Africa. So like this year we have the Nile. So the Nile is one of the most historical, river in Africa that flows north. It was used a lot to do a lot of trade. So a lot of our resources that get picked out of Africa to the rest of the world, the Nile is mainly used for it. So we picked that theme because it is one of the most important things I think the world should know and understand. Each year, yes, we have a story that tells about Africa. There's a lot of diversity here in Minnesota. So we have a lot of Africans, a lot of immigrants, Middle Eastern, Asians that don't get to experience runways and fashion shows as much. And Minnesota has a lot of fashion events. When you talk to them or I would talk to them and ask them, you don't see them go to runway shows, and we want to give them that experience, what runway shows really is all about. I mean, it's a night where you get to fully dress up, whether it's classic, high fashion, or represent your identity, express yourself, or wear something that tells the story of your culture or your identity. That's what fashion is. Starting September last year, first time Newbie Collection, we made it to New York Fashion Week in the Big Four. So it was a huge, major, life-changing experience. So everything I've observed there and really, got to be a part of, it opened so many doors from that time on until now. So ever since Newbie Collection, we've been busy, almost having shows, at least 2 to 3 shows a month, or once a month, traveling to different states. So all these experiences really gave me so much that I can contribute into my community, my society. We hope that, as they come to Newbie Ultimate Runway every year, that they will see a whole different side of what fashion really means and look forward to coming every year. There are some of the challenges, that I went through as a designer. I'll just say specifically on my story. Ever since New York Fashion Week in September last year, so much has changed, including my personal life. So this is where I have to find a balance between the fashion world business and also my personal life, because I'm also a mother of 3 boys. And they're a bit older. I mean, I have a 15-year-old. He's so helpful, and then the other 2 is 9 and 8. So they're pretty independent, but just being there for them and having time for them really takes up a lot. Also, with the economy, the inflation, and everything that is going on in our society, it's really tough on small businesses people. It's really tough on entrepreneur, because when you look at all the costs, these fashion shows, they're not cheap at all. And a lot of costs went up even in the industry as well. So just trying to be financially, functionable to keep moving in the fashion industry, and also to balance your home is like, basically I have to cut down some of the things that I would normally do in my normal life, like maybe groceries. Also, as far as, the rest of my personal life, I think I've lost all my friends. This is when you're taking flight in the industry and you start to become a big brand, or even just a big name. There's a lot of ugly that comes with it as well, that a lot of rising stars or rising artists don't get to see beforehand. I mean, the industry is amazing. You get to connect with wonderful people. We got featured in Harper Bazaar, all of those, fun stuff side of the industry. But when it comes to your first personal life, it's really hard, you don't know who your friends are anymore. Your families are just kind of up and down with you. They're not really solid. And you never know where life would take you at a personal level. But I could say, you know, you just have to keep going, you know? You just have to keep going no matter how hard it gets. You know, success is an endless journey. Success comes with a lot of hurdles, obstacles. And it could be jealousy, it could be hatred, it could be, you know, those that you expect to be in your life and support you and all that you do could just no longer be there, you know? So, but at least I'm grateful, you know, once you reach that level, then there's so many people in the fashion industry that I consider my friends and my family. So that also shifts as well. So, you know, it's like when the new door opens, you leave the past with everybody that's in it, and you just take on to the new journey with the new people that are going to come into your life. And there are, you know, some few wonderful people that understands your vision, and, you know, those kind of people, keep them at all costs. Grow with them. Those that are willing to support you and go up with you and understand your vision, go with them, because everybody has their own individual talent that contributes to what you do. So even with Newbie Ultimate Runway today, such amazing people, videographers to photographers, and our videographer, Silent Echo Studio, who's been shooting this every year. It's just been such an honor to know that I have someone I can rely on each year and know that I can work with them each year. Because that's another thing about industry. There's so many people that, you know, wants to work with you, but sometimes it's all about how you connect with them. You know, it's all about the relation. Some people you may not, you know, align with them. So yeah, so keep those with you wherever you go.